What's up, guys? Welcome back to Views, the podcast where Jason and I walk around naked in a dark room and try to find each other.
Where are you? I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Is that your head?
At least we found each other.
Why are we doing this again?
Well, because we have a podcast, and every podcast begins with a really cheesy joke, and then we follow it up by reading an ad. And today's ad...
Lights on, please.
Yeah, here are the lights. That was my light sound.
That was good.
Today's ad is brought to you by the Dollar Shave Club.
Yeah, baby. Dollar Shave Club is the smarter choice.
Get a great shave at a great price, conveniently delivered right to your door.
It's an awesome life hack and no-brainer choice. You no longer have to schlep to the store to...
Buy a cheap disposable razor that gave you a cheap shave.
Or...
Spend a fortune on razors with gimmicky shaving tech you didn't need.
And when I use my DSC executive razor with their Dr. Carver shave butter, the blade just gently glides, giving me such a smooth shave.
Jason, what does DSC stand for?
Dollar Shave Club.
I'm impressed.
Dude, sick curb when I go skateboarding with my son's friends. After I land.
Oh, you're saying what DSC stands for?
It also stands for that.
Yeah?
Dude, sick curb.
People say when you're done skateboarding, you'll hear kids shout DSC.
Yeah. DSC, there he goes. Why it's dad. Sick curb, bro.
Okay, well, anyway, I just X'd out of the script for the ad, so I'm going blind. The Dollar Shave Club is the best thing ever.
Turn the lights back on.
Okay.
Hang on a second. Let me get the lights.
Their Dr. Carver shave butter is transparent for a more precise shave, helps prevent ingrown hairs, and fights razor bumps.
Yeah, I got these to the house, you know.
Really?
I didn't share these with you.
Yeah, this is the one I didn't get.
Payback.
You too can make the smarter choice by joining Dollar Shave Club.
Yeah, for a limited time, new members get their 1 month of the executive razor.
First month. New members get their 1 month of the executive razor with the tube.
For a limited time, new members get their first month of the executive razor with a tube of their Dr. Carver shave butter for only $5 with free shipping. After that, razors are just a few bucks a month.
That's a $15 value for only $5.
In your first month, you get an awesome weighty handle, a full cassette of 4 cartridges, and a tube of their shave butter.
After your first month, replacement cartridges ship automatically at the regular price.
There are no hidden fees and no commitments. Cancel anytime you like.
You can only get this offer exclusively at dollarshaveclub.com/views. That's dollarshaveclub.com/views. Well, thank you so much, Dollar Shave Club, for being here again.
Yeah. Roll the intro music.
Yeah, roll the intro music.
Good. This is going well so far, I think. How do you think it's going so far?
And here we are. We're back from the intro music. That's from Bruce Wiegner. He's a great guy who makes great music, but unfortunately he really hates Jason.
Well, I spoke with Bruce this week.
What did he say?
He talked to me. He came at me.
Yeah.
He just doesn't like me. He wasn't able to give any real reasons.
Why is it that he hates you?
I don't know. He said it boiled down to something like, "I don't like your stupid face," is what I got out of it. And that isn't the first time someone said that to me.
Definitely not.
My entire life has been, But the people that do like me, they love me.
Well,
my mom.
Can I?
My dad, my grandma.
Can I interrupt your stupid spiel? And
you want to make out? Sorry, I'm getting too close to David. It's so good to be here. I love Wednesday nights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're the most stressful nights. We get a lot of work done, and then Jason texts me at like 9 p.m. He's like, dude, we forgot. We have to do the podcast.
Oh, no. We didn't forget.
I know.
We're here. No, Dave squeezed in a shoot too. Dave and I are on the same YouTube schedule. We post Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and on Tuesdays and Thursdays we shoot. And so then Dave usually posts around anywhere from like 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock, and I do too. And then we have a couple hours off, and then we come to Clickbait Mansion.
Recently, when we were shooting, you brought this up, and I wanted to ask you a question about it.
Tell me.
Like nonchalantly, you brought up that you used to work at an insane asylum.
Yes, when I was in high school, that was about the only job I could get.
Let's clarify for people at home. He used to work at one. Mm-hmm. He didn't attend one. It was his job to be there.
Yeah, just to be clear, for those of you that are a fan of David's YouTube videos, I'm not crazy, but I did work in an insane asylum.
Or that's what everyone made him believe while he stayed at the insane asylum.
Oh, did I say work there? lived there right before I started YouTube.
How do you get to work in an insane asylum?
Well, it's pretty easy. I mean, there's not a lot of jobs in my town.
You're just the smartest one out of the bunch. So they're like, hey, come work in the cafeteria.
I was one of the smartest there, I'll tell you that much. No, I just cut the lawn. I trimmed the hedges. I did the roses. I rode the tractors. It's just this.
I played with the dominoes.
I had lunch with President Reagan. I opened for Jimi Hendrix. I did it all. It was the greatest job ever.
I started the One Direction.
I was the first person on the moon. But that's what the insane asylum was like.
Yeah.
There were stories like that, that.
Give me an example. Give me something good. Not a lot of people work at an insane asylum.
Yeah, I guess the funniest part about an insane asylum is that you'll be talking to someone, and you don't know they're crazy, and they're totally normal. And you're a kid, you're 16, so someone will come up to you and be like, "Hey, you're not supposed to mow this field," and you'll be like, "Oh, okay, I didn't know. I'm so sorry. I won't mow this field." It's like, "Yeah, you really got to take the trimmer with it, because you're gonna brown out the thing." And then the next thing you know, you'll see that guy in fucking handcuffs. You know what I mean? Like being beaten with a stick.
He goes, "You can't mow this field. This is where the spaceship lands."
Exactly.
That's so interesting.
Yes, really, the spaceship.
And were the people in the insane asylum? Were a lot of them murderers?
There were a section that were murderers,
wow.
And then most of the people there were like nonviolent, and they roamed freely, and they would just do silly things. Like one guy. He would just walk in a circle for 4 or 5 hours a day, singing The Doors. You don't know The Doors, but The Doors was like a big band from the 60s.
And he would just sing it for 4 to 5 hours?
He would sing The Doors for 4 or 5 hours a day.
A specific song?
Mitch, his name was Mitch. L.A. Woman. And he would just be in the corner. He would walk in a circle and he would go, "Take a look around about an hour ago. Do, 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 L.A. Woman." And then when he'd finish it, he'd start all over again. And yeah, it was a crazy place to work. I liked it though at the time because that was probably the summer where I was like, all right, I'm going to go into comedy, I think. Because, life's so funny.
And then the people that murdered people in the insane asylum.
That was scary. I would have to go in and mow that lawn and they would have to lock me in there.
What do you mean they'd have to lock you in? Oh, like you'd be in there with the inmates?
I'd be in there with the inmates, and then they would just...
Or not inmates, patients, right?
Yeah, the patients, and then they would taunt you the entire time. They'd be like, "I'm going to fuck your mother." Are
you serious?
Yeah, like, "Bring your mother." Oh, I swear to God. "I'm going to fuck your..." And then I got used to it. I wore a Walkman. Back then, we didn't have
oh my God.
iPods. A Discman I probably had.
Wait, so... so these people would literally be in the same room as you, in the same garden as you, and they would be yelling things at you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then did you get fired? Did you quit? What happened?
It was just a summer job. So I went back to school, and then I think I went to college.
And it's called an insane asylum?
Well, it was called the Medfield State Hospital. Uh-huh. Yeah, and it looked like a college campus that was really run down.
Jesus Christ.
It was like a crazy.
Was it scary looking? At night?
Yeah, at night, yeah. It was pretty scary at night.
Shit.
And then we would, and then, the funniest was there was a guy, I think this was in your vlog this week, I don't know, but I'll tell the story here. I'll tell it quickly. My friends were playing, the other guys, they played us, they were in a band, and they played for the patients one night. And this one guy, again, we didn't know he was crazy. You can't tell who's crazy and who's not. But he walked up to my friend's dad, and he offered him some deodorant, which we just thought was just so funny. So funny. Go watch David's vlog if you want to see it. But
speaking of jobs.
Yeah, speaking of jobs.
What happened today?
With
look how lightly I had to ask that because Jason's been in a bad mood the entire day.
I've not been in a bad mood. I've been in a sad mood.
Not a sad mood. That's what I
been mean to you?
No, you've been in a sad mood.
Yeah, well, we were just going.
Let me say it because I like saying it because it's crazy.
Okay.
Jason, 2 days ago.
You go. Wait. You go right before we go over. I took David to Chipotle, and David just was like shooting, and he's in a pretty good mood. And he's like, "What's up, man? Why are you so down?" I was like, "I lost $80,000 today. Do you remember?"
Jason, two days ago, got a job for $80,000. And
I got it on Friday.
He got it on Friday.
Yeah, it's been in the works.
And this morning he lost the job for $80,000.
And yesterday, David and I had a huge argument. Not argument, where David wanted me to tell him how much the job was for.
Yeah, we had this whole thing because, me, especially when Scott, Todd, or me, or Zane, or anybody gets a brand deal, we always tell each other the price. It's just like a normal thing we do because we're friends. And then Jason was doing this weird thing. He was like, I don't know if I should tell you. I'm like, what's going on? And I was like really sketched out. And then I just needed to know because I'm such a stubborn person. I'm like, okay, Jason, how much is it? And then he finally ended up telling me. And then unfortunately, 16 hours later, it turns out he's not getting the job. And he calls me and he's like, I lost the job. and I go, well, Jason, maybe you shouldn't be bragging about it. even when I begged him for him to tell me how much he got. Well, this is fun because this is the first time we've actually put a price to one of our jobs.
Yeah.
It was we won't tell you the brand, but it was a couple of Instagram.
It was a lot of posts.
It was a lot of Instagram. People are going to be like,
multiple. Oh. No. I'm not going to believe me. I wanted the job.
No. It was, I know. I just think it's funny because it was 6 Instagram posts, right?
Yeah. And YouTube shout outs.
And like 6 YouTube shout outs and like 6 tweets.
And 6 work days, and it was a lot.
6 work days. Could you imagine to some people that are listening right now?
I know.
Well, yeah, it's crazy. Anyway.
But I didn't get it, so don't feel like I'm high and above you because I lost it.
Well, no. This is a fun way of describing our job.
Right.
Is Jason was scared to tell me that he got this job for 6 Instagram posts. First, let me break it down. For 6 Instagram posts, 6 tweets, and 6 YouTube shout-outs, and like 6 work days.
I don't know if there was tweets involved, but whatever.
I'm just adding
Let's
things.
say it's a bunch of stuff.
It was a bunch of stuff. He was going to get paid $80,000, which then 15% goes to his manager, and then blah,
half
blah.
the taxes.
Well, yeah, but no one thinks like that. Everyone's salary goes to taxes. It's just a thing. Okay. So what happened with Jason is I lost my train of thought.
Oh, sorry. What happened with me? Let's get back out.
Well, you said that thing about the salary, and it really threw me off because I knew you were going to say it.
You should just do the show without me. Probably be better.
In my head, I was like, Jason, don't bring up the taxes part because no one fucking thinks like that. And you brought it up, and it threw me off. Okay. Anyway. Oh, yeah. Okay. Jason was scared to tell me how much he was going to make on this deal because this is the kind of world we live in. Because he was scared that I was going to judge him and tell him that he's not getting a good enough deal. And that just shows you how stupid and how handsomely we get paid. Where like, okay, you guys are going to be listening at home. I mean, most of you. And you guys are going to hear 6 YouTube shout-outs, 6 tweets, and 6 Instagram stories, or 6 Instagram posts for $80,000 is a no-brainer. But like, if you tell that to us, like if you tell it to me, I'd be like, oh, Jason, you're getting kind of undercut there. You should be making at least another $50,000. But how insane is that?
It's insane.
Like that you like.
It's not insane. It's what everything is worth. In any business, you're a doctor. Let's say you're a doctor.
Here's the thing.
How much you charge for the surgery?
That's
I'm going to charge $28,000.
It doesn't work that way.
Oh, yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. It's all about reach.
I'll tell you why.
What?
Because yes, a doctor can charge a lot of money for his surgery or whatever.
Right.
But what's so special about social media and why it's so crazy that we get paid this much, because everyone does social media. No one practices to be a doctor. Everyone already does it. It's a job that we already do. Does that make sense?
No, not everyone has a lot of followers that reach a lot of people.
I know, but
what about pharmaceuticals?
But you can go back to
you can charge $1,200 for a drug that costs you $3 to make. I mean, it's business. That is business. I'm just saying what we do has a markup that is no different than when you fucking buy some cologne from Calvin Klein.
I'm not talking about the markup.
It's a markup.
I'm talking about how ridiculous it is how much we get paid.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, but it's also ridiculous that I spent $75 on a shirt that cost them $3.
No, no. But you're not understanding.
Okay, I'll try. Let me try.
Okay, a doctor gets paid $200,000, whatever, a year,
right,
for doing his thing,
right,
and that's a handsome pay. That's people like that. People strive to be a doctor, and no one's surprised that they get paid that much. The reason people are surprised when a social media person gets paid so much is because everyone tweets, everyone Instagrams, everyone YouTubes. It's just a normal thing.
Yeah.
So when everyone in my school posts on Instagram daily, everyone.
People. I do some home surgeries.
Listen.
I've taken a thorn out of my kid's thumb.
No, but like even people in my school.
I see your point.
People in my school, even some people post at specific times to get more likes.
Sure.
They do everything we do. They just don't get paid at all.
Let's just say though that you're more a doctor than your friend Reggie, who works at the Gap and has a Facebook account.
But you understand.
I understand your point.
But why are we arguing? Like
we're arguing because you're undervaluing
our jobs. I don't know.
I'm not saying we don't have it great. I'm just saying like, yeah, it's fucking. I lucked into this and. It's just great, and there's like, but listen, is there shitty parts about it? Yeah, there's really shitty parts about it.
Nothing compared to a real job with real financial struggles.
Obviously, and I've had those jobs, and I've worked for.
I've had so many
20 years to get to this place.
I've had so many conversations with social media people that are just like, dude, this is so taxing. Like,
I know.
Can't do this. And I'm like, dude, just shut the fuck up.
Oh, I know. When people complain about having to
no
put a tweet.
idea.
No, I know. And I'm not complaining. I'm just complaining because I lost 80,000. I was ready, man. I was on that call yesterday. I had calls with them. We had a contract. It was like really, it was done. It was done. And the reason why I even told you was because we went to the barbershop yesterday in Compton, and I was all set to get some kind of crazy haircut for the vlog. And we had some cool bit plan that I won't tell what the joke was because maybe we'll save it. And then I had to tell David, I was like, I came from the gym and I put it all together. I just got off the call with them and I called my manager, David's manager, and I was like, hey, I probably shouldn't get like a crazy haircut down in Compton today. And he's like, dude, no, do not do that. Do not get a crazy haircut.
Because he didn't want him to cost the brand deal if you got a crazy haircut. Which I understand.
So that's why I had to tell David. I wouldn't even told him. We wouldn't even be talking about this.
But yeah, so Jason lost an $80,000 brand deal. That was a couple tweets.
How much did you get for your last few brand deals?
What do you mean? I mean, I didn't lose any of them.
If you show up on set tomorrow at this thing, I'm going to be so mad.
I joked to Jason that I got the job. I'm like, yeah, Jason, because the job would shoot tomorrow, which is so insane that they turned him down, because who are they going to get in the day? Like, that's such short notice. And I told Jason, I'm like, yo, man, I can't shoot tomorrow. I got a job. I got to be on set for this company. And he's like, what the hell?
I talked to them, too, after I talked to you. They gave me a call. They were like, we're so sorry.
You hop off the call with them after they turn you down. You're like, just please don't give the job to David. No, but
they you know what I didn't understand was they were like, well, they found a piece of content objectionable.
Oh, that's why Jason didn't get it, because
they probably saw like something like Carmelita or something.
It's I don't know if people understand this, but Liza and I can have the exact same views and exact same subscribers, and she'll always be making 2, 3, 4 times more money than I am, just because her content is so much cleaner than mine. It's just how the cookie crumbles. Mm-hmm. And it's like, that's what I give up to have my type of content. And I'm okay with it, because I like the videos I shoot and she likes the videos she shoots. It's totally fine. But in this case, it didn't work out in Jason's favor, because of the videos he shoots, it cost him $80,000 for a couple of tweets. Mm-hmm. Which sucks.
Which is like totally ironic, because I wouldn't have even been considered for the job unless I did.
I mean, it's a catch-22.
It's a catch-22.
Yeah, you wouldn't have gotten the job.
But I don't understand why can Kevin Hart talk about like tossing someone's salad and then go do an ad for Hulu or something, or some really like McDonald's, the cleanest brand, and I can't. That's what confuses me. I almost asked the lady, well, can you explain that to me?
Well, why didn't you?
I said to her, I was like, look, my page is clean. Like my ads are all monetized on YouTube. I cut all my swears on YouTube.
Did you cry?
I cried a little bit.
Did you?
No. Did I cry?
You're the type of guy to get the call that you're getting the $80,000 job and take your kids out to like a $10,000 dinner.
We went to sushi last night.
Really?
Yeah.
You were like happy? Oh no.
We didn't go to sushi.
But you are that type of guy.
I'm learning. You've actually
Daddy got a promotion.
Oh, I did. I called my ex-wife and I told her all about it.
Did you?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh my God. I was talking to her.
No, dude.
I know. Well, she like,
probably almost got back together with you too.
She was like worried about money, so I was like, don't worry, I'll always take care of you. I was like playing like Mr. Big Shot.
Oh shit.
And then I saw her tonight and I was like, it fell through. She almost, we had a good laugh, actually. It was just so fucking perfect to our story.
Dude.
It was like we were right back to where we started. She was like, well, what are you going to do? I'm like, yeah, I know. What are you going to do?
Wow.
But I was like talking like such a big game over the weekend. I was like, oh, don't worry about it. I plenty of money coming in. I got this $80,000 deal.
No.
And it all crumbled. But whatever, man. And then we were going to Chipotle tonight, and David was in a pretty good mood because he just shot a puppy, and filmed a puppy. Sorry, that came out so bad.
He just shot a puppy. He was in a good mood.
Yeah, he got his hands on a puppy.
You already said this.
Yeah, I already said it.
And then I was just like,
shut the fuck up, Jason.
I just saw Jason. I'm like, Jason, why are you so down in the dumps? And he's like, oh, damn it, you caught on? Yeah, I was just crying for like 7 hours.
No, I looked at you in the car and I go, I lost $80,000 this morning, David. And David goes, oh, you still down about that? Yeah, I'm still down about it.
It's like, I don't know.
Down about sending my kids to college. I was so sad. I was like, I'm putting all that money right in the bank. No one's touching that money. That is college money. That is, they are going to go to college on this deal.
It is really sad, but like at the same time, I feel like it happens a lot, and like
it does.
I'll get a call every week that I'm getting some kind of deal.
Remember that huge deal? Someone wanted to put like all your vlogs.
Oh my God! Someone's gonna offer me like
it was in the millions.
Yeah, it was a couple $1 million, and I knew. I mean, when a deal's gonna fall through.
I was excited about it.
You even take these meetings, and you're like, this isn't gonna go through. Like, why am I taking these? I told Jason, and Jason's like, whoa, but it fell through, obviously. But yeah, no, I $80,000 is a lot of money, and it's very unfortunate to see Jason lose that. That's why we started a GoFundMe. You guys can check that out. No, but that does lead me to a good point. You guys should go buy merch. If you use the promo code VIEWS, you get 10% off.
Yeah?
And if
it's still going on?
Yeah, it's going on forever for Views people.
If you use the promo code VIEWS, get 10% off right now.
Yeah, man, I don't mess around. My podcast listeners are very loyal.
There's going to be Views shirts soon, too.
There's going to be Views shirts.
You can get them at the live show on
We're
Sunday.
having our first live show.
Yep.
Did we say it's sold out?
It's sold out.
It's sold out, which is awesome.
Yep.
490 tickets. Mm-hmm. Come watch the show. I'm kind of scared about the show because like I've been to shows before, and just like we can't sing, so I'm pretty sure it's literally gonna be us sitting in a chair and talking. I hope people understand that.
You can sing. I've heard you.
I know, but I can't do it in front of people yet. Jason.
What's going on? So no haircut before the show.
Why do you always bring that up?
I don't know. That's what I see all the time. Your hair looks fine.
Thank you.
You don't have to get it cut.
So just shut the
How's
fuck
that
up.
bee sting in your head?
Bee sting?
Yeah.
I got stung by a bunch of bees. I got stung by 5 bees, and I was...
They chased you down the street.
Yeah, so Liza was doing this thing. Liza was getting bees removed from her backyard, and for some reason, I thought there was like a cushion outside. Like I was standing right by the bees, and I thought if I hide behind the cushions, the bees wouldn't find me. I don't know what it was because I don't know why I thought that, but obviously they're probably like some heat-seeking fucking psychopaths. And they all came out of the fence, and like 10 of them hopped right on me, all around, buzzing in my ear, in my eyes, like all around me. I sprint out of the backyard, down to the street, and then all the way down the street.
Mind you, the rest of us are all inside.
Everyone's
David's
inside.
the only one outside without a suit on and a camera.
I was trying to film, and then I'm running down the street, and I get to an intersection where there's just a bunch of cars stopped because I'm running in the middle of it. My pants are at my ankles. They're at my ankles, and I look like a fucking idiot, like just swatting shit. Like this is like,
why are your pants off?
Because my pants were falling, but like I couldn't catch them.
Yeah,
because I was swatting the bees away. So like
must look like
I look like out of a comedy movie. I look like a dumbass. I'm swatting the bees away.
If anyone recognized you, I would have.
And my pants are at my ankles. I got my MeUndies on. Shout out to MeUndies.
MeUndies.
And it's just, oh my God. So.
They went in the car with you.
And then one came in the car, stung me right in the head. I got stung a couple times on my arm and my finger. But yeah, one stung me right in the head. It got me pretty, I don't know. It just wasn't a good time. I can't do it again. No more bees for the remainder of my time here.
And why do you like to go to parties that aren't good?
Oh yeah, we also went to a party. We went to there was like a party that was like 35 minutes away, and it said the poster for it said Summer Rager or like end of Summer Rager. So
This was on Twitter?
This was on Twitter.
In a group chat?
No, there's a page on Twitter called Parties in LA.
Okay.
And it's just a bunch of parties that are tweeted that are in LA.
Okay.
And I convinced Jason, Todd, and Dom and Alex to go with me to this party. We pull up after a 30-minute drive. It's a huge house. We walk up the driveway, very long driveway, and there's like 15 guys sitting on the roof.
But meanwhile, David is talking it up at the house. End of summer rager. End of summer rager. Come on, let's go.
I will be honest. I knew it was going to suck.
You did?
Yes. And we get there, and it's just these 15 dudes sitting on a roof. No music, no food, no alcohol, nothing. Just 15 guys.
It looks like El Chapo's house as we walk up. Like
they had like sunbathing chairs like on the roof, like sitting in like the most aggressive way. And we walk in, and 2 minutes later, we find out it's a completely empty house. There's not even a refrigerator. And these kids just found an empty house that was being sold, and they took it over to throw a party. That was a very mediocre party, and no one showed up.
Yeah, it was all dudes.
It was all dudes, which
and David almost made Alex Uber there.
And Alex made, but like, I don't know. I really like shitty parties. Like I told the boys this, I'm like, this is the best it could have gone. Cause like, I don't know what I would do at a fun party. Like I don't.
Yeah.
What is there to do?
I hate that I'm like you in that way. And I can have fun. We went out Friday night or Saturday night. I went and got drunk, and I had a good time. But I had to get annihilated to enjoy myself. Like, you know, when the boys go to the den and you're like, why are they there?
Yeah.
This is basically how it goes. The boys like to drink and have fun, and David usually just doesn't go drink with them. And I'm older dad guy, so I'm kind of already out of the situation. So I usually just hang with David. And I don't know what my point was, but anyways, you don't like to. I guess if you're not the point is if you're not wasted, it's hard to have a good time.
I don't drink anymore, mainly because I'm in a relationship, and I like just don't. I don't know. I don't feel the need to like be crazy. Like I'm like I have a girlfriend at home. Like what am I? Like what's the point of this? All right, I got a good question.
Yeah.
Have you ever cheated?
Scott and I, we went to Pinkberry without you.
No. I mean, like, have you ever cheated on a test?
On my chest for a while.
Have you ever cheated, Jason?
This is hard.
Jesus Christ.
He had coconut. I had pomegranate.
Have you ever cheated?
I'm sorry, David.
Jason.
We wanted to call you.
It's okay. I get it. You went to Pinkberry without me. Don't let it happen again.
I'm so sorry. I didn't want to hurt you, David.
Have you ever cheated in high school on a test?
Oh, in high school?
Yeah.
On a test?
Yeah.
Yeah, me and my best friend. We cheated all the time.
How did you get around high school?
I cheated off him.
Were you cheating all the time?
Yeah, I mean, no, I didn't cheat. But I would look at the other people's paper.
Yeah, I've talked about cheating a lot.
Yeah,
and it's because it's always like my main thing in high school was I was like one of the kids that top 5 cheaters, like 100%. Like it was like
who's ahead of you?
There's a couple four douchebags.
Yeah,
no, but cheating was such a big part of my high school career.
Yeah,
on tests. Sorry.
Yeah,
and like I just find it so interesting because it was just like I felt like Bonnie and Clyde, and it almost, I don't know. I want to justify it, and I know cheating's bad, but I want to justify me cheating in school because it was like I felt like all the work I was doing. Okay, I read a quote from Bill Gates once, and I've talked about this in other places before, I think on a video, but I read a quote from Bill Gates that was like, hire lazy people to do difficult jobs because they'll find easier ways to do it. Because they're lazy. And I always thought that me cheating was kind of a weird representation of that because I didn't learn, but I still figured out how to do it. Do you know what I mean? And like I always justified with myself that like if I know how to fill out this test.
No, I love having a pilot that, figured out how to fucking get the job, but doesn't know how to fly the plane. It's awesome.
No, I mean like the bullshit shit that like I'm not talking about like cheating on my driver's ed test.
Yeah, no, I know.
Like in chemistry, mixing ions and some bullshit. Like
sure.
My chemistry final. This is how my chemistry final went down. Chemistry, I didn't know at all. I
sat there all year, didn't learn a thing.
I can't explain to you how little I knew because you won't believe me.
I believe you,
but I didn't know anything.
Did you go to the class?
Yeah, I went to the class.
You were there every day.
Yes, but it was just it was a different language, and I didn't take. I mean, dude, I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
The final came around. I had a 86 in the class, which is incredible.
Great.
Incredible.
Yeah. In chemistry, which is difficult.
Chemistry is impossible. No, I had an 88, in class, which is incredible. The final comes around. Our teacher says he has a surprise for us in the middle of the final. And the middle of the final comes around. There's a written portion and a Scantron. Mm-hmm. So the written portion is impossible because you can't just look at the other paper because it's big equations because it's chemistry. You have to write out a bunch of strands of DNA and bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the Scantron, which is just like the fill in the bubbles thing, is so easy to copy because you just copy the bubbles.
Uh-huh.
And
you have the right Scantron next to you?
So what I did was in the midway through our test, when he said the surprise was happening, he got up and he left the class. And we all looked down. We're like, is this a surprise? And then we started passing around the Scantron. Like one of the smartest kids passed it back, and we started passing it around. And he came back in like 5 minutes. We all had the answers. And now I had this written portion that I still haven't filled out. So I took my Scantron, my multiple choice, which was already done, and my written portion, and I waited till the smartest girl in the class that sat far away from us went and turned in her test. She was like third or fourth that turned in her test, and she turned it up right at the teacher's desk, like right in front of his nose, is where she put the test. Right when she got up and she turned in the test, I went up, I put my Scantron down, I put my written portion down, and I went, oh shit, I didn't fill out the written portion. And I took back my written portion, and I grabbed hers from underneath, too.
No.
And I took hers back right in front of my teacher's nose, and I took my Scantron back. And then I passed it around to my 5 friends in the back, and we all ended up getting 98% on the final, which is ridiculous on a chemistry test.
Holy shit.
98%. Ridiculous. And I got an A in the class because of it. I got an A in chemistry.
And that didn't. You don't have any kind of moral obligation to that, or you don't feel bad in any way.
I don't feel bad because it was never. I wasn't cheating any. Like I wasn't knocking anybody out of a spot. Like I wasn't like knocking out of some dude from getting his degree in chemistry. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like I wasn't taking up a spot. I wasn't cheating anyone but myself. And that I felt totally okay with. Like I wouldn't cut corners like that if it was like a fair competition with someone.
Sure.
But it wasn't because it was just me and my grade. And I knew I didn't give a fuck about chemistry and I'm never going to use it in my life.
Don't you think that the teacher knew?
Maybe. But I don't think
why would the fucking teacher leave for 5 minutes?
Because he was a shitty teacher and I think he gave us the opportunity to cheat.
I think so too.
But he didn't. I don't think he wasn't a shitty teacher. I was a shitty student. I'm sorry. I didn't pay attention. There was kids that were getting 98% in his class.
And
so
describe that moment when you walked up and you saw Abigail Spencer's pet paper or whoever the fuck her name was.
It was like Ocean's 11, dude. It was like me robbing a casino.
What was he doing in that moment? He
was.
Is he like playing fucking Angry Birds or?
He smiled at me. He watched me turn my test in.
But before you took describe the moment when right before you go, oh, I forgot to do the written portion.
He looked at me. He was just sitting there with his arms crossed.
He looked right at you.
He looked right at me. I turned it down and I smiled at him. And then took a quick look back at my test. I'm like, oh, dude, I totally forgot to do this. And he laughed. He giggled. And he's like, and then I took her test back.
He was like, oh, David.
Yeah.
You silly ghost.
It was exactly one of those.
There's an entire other test you haven't touched yet.
How could you miss this? Yeah, and that's...
And so her test is sitting on top of... You put your test on top of her test.
Yeah.
And then grab both tests.
Yes.
And then how do you pass it to everyone?
Oh, that's easy. That's just in the back.
But isn't he fucking looking? Yeah,
but it's literally just when he's not looking. When someone goes up to ask a question, you just pass the test. It's so easy. That's the easiest part of cheating. But there was always something about cheating in high school that was like, it was every test I would go into, I would have the answers before. Like I would have it on my phone because people would send me the answers before I walked in the room. And I would always have the answers. I told you there was a situation. I told you this too. There was a.
How do they know what the questions are going to be?
Because there are people that took the test before, a period before, right? So they would
fucking rampant cheating,
and they took a picture of the test and they sent the answers to me. And
they're not doing a good job of keeping that shit under wraps.
There was one time, so you'd get the questionnaire booklet and you'd get the Scantron, and the Scantron's the multiple choice where you just fill it out.
Right.
The questions are on the booklet. And I had the answers to the Scantron. I had a picture of the Scantron. I sent it to my friend, and they always hand out the Scantron first. So the teacher handed out the Scantrons. And my friend took it, and he goes, "Can I start filling it out now?" And everyone just looks at him like, "What? What do you fucking mean? You can't fill it out."
Yeah, you don't have the questions yet.
You don't have the questions yet.
Yeah.
And I look at him, I'm like, "You idiot!" but no, it was he didn't have the questions, but he had the answers. But thankfully, I never got caught. The only time I got caught cheating was my last day of my last test I ever took in my life.
Yeah,
It was my final in a psychology class.
it's in college.
In college.
What happened?
She just called me with my phone. She's like, "I'm taking away your test." And I was a Viner at the time, so I was on my phone a lot. And I'm like, "Listen, I'm not cheating. I'm taking care of business right now." And she gave me back my phone and my test. I don't
Gave
know.
it back to you.
I don't know how I wiggled out of it, but I was I had my phone out.
How did you do on the score? Were you able to cheat after she caught you once? Again?
I actually wasn't. I was actually sending answers to my friend.
You were?
Yeah,
So you did fine on the test.
I did fine on the test. Yeah.
Your friend who's sitting somewhere else in the class.
Yes, I was sending him.
What was
answers.
that like when you went to like stupid college for 2 weeks?
Community college?
Yeah.
It was
Is it embarrassing to go to community college a little bit, or is it like
it's
or
like,
is it just like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with my life?
there's a bunch of different kids at community college. They're the kids that like absolutely know that they're getting out of there, and they're like, fuck this shit. This is only just because it's cheaper, and I'm
Right.
gonna get my credits out of the way, and then I'm gonna do what I love, and I'm gonna go to Harvard.
Right.
And then there's students that don't know what they're doing, and they're just there because they're like, I don't know, I just want to kind of play video games, which I get because that was me. And then there's students who don't want to be doing anything, whose
parents made them go.
who are just like blowing away the class.
What was the name of the community college that you went to?
College of Lake County?
And were you there for one semester?
I was there for one semester.
Literally September to December.
Yeah, and then I told my friends, I'm
Were
like,
you living at home?
yeah.
Okay, so tell me.
I told my friends I was dropping out of college. I still remember it. I was in the car. You haven't met any of these friends. These are different friends I was in the car with. And I go, "Yeah, I don't think I'm going to college." And it was like it was like the typical like douchebag like kid. He goes, "Hey guys," like we were sitting in the back. It was just me and him. And he goes, hold on. "Hey guys, yo, listen to this. David, say it again. And I'm like, "I don't think I'm going to college." And they're like, "What the fuck? What do you mean you're not going to college? What are you going to do? Just play fucking, what are you going to twiddle your thumbs all day? What are you going to do, you stupid idiot?" And like at the time, like me not going to college, it was just like so like, it was like, yeah, fuck yeah. Like I'm not going to college. And like I had $2,000, like $1,700 in my bank account, and I was moving out to LA, and not a single like part of me thought it was risky. It was just like the thing to do. I'm like, yeah, this is, it's happened. Like I didn't think it was. Now looking back at it, moving to LA with $1,700 and not making any money on Vine is very stupid and very risky to do.
Right.
But it worked out. And like at the time, it wasn't scary at all. It wasn't a risk. It was just like, this is what's next. Like I gotta move to LA. I'm not going to college.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking cool.
And my parents gave me an ultimatum. They're like, "You're either going to college or you got to move out." I'm like, "Guess what? I'm moving to Hollywood." And they just left. No, I said, "I'm moving."
How many followers you have on Vine at that time?
When I moved, like 800,000.
Yeah, so you're doing good.
Yeah, that's not good
No, it is good.
for like the Viners that were out
But
there.
you were famous enough that everyone knew.
Do you know
who
what
were.
I told my parents?
What?
So I told my parents when I first decided I was going to move out. I told my mom, like, "Mom, I'm moving to Los Angeles," and I was with my mom and dad, and they just laughed. And they're
They
like,
did?
"Yeah," and they're like, "Where are you going to move? Hollywood?" And I'm like, "Yeah, literally, actually, exactly on Hollywood Boulevard." And like then I was trying to justify what I'm going to do, and they're like, "What are you going to do out there?" I'm like, I've never told this to the person I'm about to say, but I'm gonna make vines with Josh Peck. That's what I said.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna make vines with Josh Peck. And
Did you ever tell Josh that?
no,
Oh, that's funny.
Never.
You should tell him.
And yeah,
funny?
and then I met Drake Bell before Josh Peck, and then I ended up making videos with Josh Peck every day, which is ridiculous.
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Tuesdays and Thursdays and a little bit of Sundays. Yeah, so
sometimes Sunday.
it came perfect full circle.
And so that was okay. And so then tell me about when you were doing September to December, that September to December. Like, how many classes were you taking? 5?
Like 5, yeah.
So you had a full course, look.
Yeah. No, I was like a full-time student. Yeah.
And you lived at home.
Yeah.
And what was that like?
I mean, it was.
Did you have a job?
No, I quit my job. I told my parents.
What was that at the old folks' home?
I have this like really weird douchey thing I do. This one douchey thing I do.
Oh, you? Really?
I do this. I did this thing when I quit my job at the old folks' home. I told my parents, I'm like, I'm always gonna be good. Like always. Like I told them, this is a word for word. I've told you this.
Yeah, you've told me this.
I told them like I can sit on my ass for the rest of my life, and I will always make money.
Right.
And it's just like, and it's weird to say, but like I always thought that way because I know it's so cheesy because it's just a cheesy thing to say, but literally in America, like most people, I don't want to say all people, but most people are given the every opportunity they have to make a lot of money and to do whatever they want. Mm-hmm. Like it's crazy how many people have the chance to be a billionaire. And it was just like, I just had such an ego in high school.
Right.
I had an ego in high school.
But you know what, David? Shit worked out for you with YouTube.
No,
granted,
I know,
and it's not that easy. Do you know what I mean? Like you were born in a time where
it's not easy.
You were born in
You're
a
right.
time like if you were born earlier,
but it's just
things might not have fucking worked out so great.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
No, but
and I'm not taking anything away from you. Like you're a fucking impressive young man, and you're really funny. And
yeah, 100%.
You came up with a way to make vlogs that no one else was doing, which is really impressive. But like it's not that easy to fucking be a billionaire.
I don't know.
It's fucking hard.
My friend Ilya, who has the same mindset as me, dropped out of college and now runs a couple businesses.
He does a plumbing business, and what else?
He's a venture capitalist, so he's remodeling certain homes to resell, and I don't know what other company he's running, but he's plumbing. Yeah, well, that's one of them. He has 3, and it's just he's my age. He's 20 years old, and he's got 3 companies under the belt, and there's no excuses. It's the hardest part about like finding a career path is like you got to get lucky first. Because you can't just. I hate when you pull up to people in Lamborghinis. This is when I first moved to LA. I would always go up to people in Lamborghinis. I'd be like, "What do you do for a living?" 9 times out of 10, they go, "Work hard." That's what they say. They always fucking say that.
Have you had that experience exactly,
dude? You pulled
up to Lamborghinis and you say that, and they say, "Work hard."
I'm like, "What do you do?" They're like, "I work hard," and it's just like. It's cool because everyone works hard.
I love, first of all, that you drive up to Lamborghinis and ask that question.
Oh, I mean, dude,
it's fucking great.
I don't know. I've always thought about that kind of stuff, and like it's cool, but like at the same time, to work hard, we're somewhere. I feel like you need a little bit of luck to like get you kickstarted.
For sure.
Because like I had a little bit of luck, and it was like the whole Vine thing, and it was falling. Now I'm in a place where if I work hard. Yeah. I can do anything.
Sure.
But you can't just start working hard. Like you gotta, like I don't want people to be like listening to this and be like, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit back and wait for my luck. It's not like that. But like I think it just comes with the working hard. I think the opportunity comes, and when it's there, you just gotta grab it.
Hey, are we going to war?
Oh, the World War III thing with North Korea?
Yeah.
I was looking up on that yesterday.
And me too.
And if we get nuked.
Yeah.
We have to stay indoors for like 24 hours. I don't know what I'm going to do because I got to get a vlog up.
That's it?
That's it.
What a great vlog you'd have. You're pretty much indoors anyway.
It wouldn't be a good vlog.
I bet it would.
It wouldn't be.
I bet it fucking would.
If we got nuked, we die.
I bet if there was World War III, you'd have a good vlog.
Holy shit. No one would watch it.
Yeah, they would.
Views would be down.
Well, he's threatening to explode missiles on Guam.
I saw that.
Yeah. Or test them.
What do we do about North Korea?
Hope nothing happens.
Why don't we have Kim Jong-un on the podcast and we figure it out?
We've tried. We tried to get him.
I know. His agents are tough, dog.
You know what? She's just like one of these people like you just can't talk to. You know what I mean? Because I told her, I was like,
his agent, Martha?
Him come in. Yeah, Martha, have him come in. You know, the first time will be softballs. You know, we're not going to get like too insane.
Yeah.
You know,
just talk about his favorite sports.
And he wants to come in. I've been talking with him.
Kim Jong-un is actually a big fan of views.
Yeah, specifically my vlog.
Yeah, he likes, he actually, when he listens to this podcast, his government is obviously so high tech that they mute everything I say, and they just listen to Jason's audio.
They think it's just me. And so I've become sort of a big celebrity over there because he pipes just my audio. The government...
Views plays through the country, actually.
Yes. What's the national anthem? Bruce Wigner's song is the national anthem now.
Yeah.
And David is an illegal immigrant. That's why.
And their dress code is MeUndies. And every morning it's Dollar Shave Club. And this is all thanks to views, and it's from your support, guys. You guys, we're helping aid a country and help. No, but all jokes aside, Kim Jong-un, terrifying. Don't want to get into it because he does listen to this podcast. He's probably there's some kids that believe that, right? There's some kids like going to their parents. I know a person that knows Kim Jong-un. All right, well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for listening to Views.
Yeah, we'll see you at the live show on Sunday at the Improv in Irvine.
Jason sounds like he just got shot.
I was shot up today, David, by the $80,000 I no longer have.
Jason, just keep in mind, guys, today's podcast was a little bit sad because Jason went through a rough patch earlier.
Yeah, but don't worry, I'm going to be fine. I have David.
Guys,
my best friend in the world.
On the screen now, you will see a GoFundMe link pop up. Please click it right away. And Jason,
He's kidding.
There's no screen. It's audio.
I know, but I know there'll be people like tweeting me like, I tried to find the GoFundMe.
All right. Well, I'm kidding. Well, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for listening to Views. Bye, guys.